Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first seminar of the Institute of Advanced Materials for Sustainable Manufacturing. My name is Arturo Molina, and I'm the director of the Institute. I'm very happy to begin these seminars related to advanced materials, technologies for sustainable manufacturing. Today, our keynote speaker is going to be Professor Elías Zúñiga, with the presentation of future technologies for sustainable manufacturing. I'm going to read his curriculum vitae for you. Dr. Professor Elías is the principal researcher and principal investigator of the Accelerated Development Materials Unit at the Institute of Advanced Materials for Sustainable Manufacturing, and is full professor at the Department of Mechanical Engineering and Advanced Material Department of the School of Engineering and Science. Professor Elías has published more than 145 articles in international journals and about 120 papers in international conferences and proceedings. He is the inventor of 6 patents granted in Mexico and 1 in the USA. Professor Elías has led several scientific technology developments: Prolec, GE, Honeywell Aerospace, Safran Aerospace, Wilbur Siemens, just to name a few of them, with deliveries that excel to TRL6, the evaluation from the NASA at the level of these technologies. He is also a member of the National Research System of Mexico, SNI level 3, highest level, and of the Mexican Academy of Science. He is a co-founder of CTO of SOA4U, technology-based company that is related to technologies for advanced materials. Also, I want to say that he graduated as a Bachelor in Mechanical Industrial Engineering with a specialization in manufacturing design from the Instituto Tecnológico de Pachuca. He was awarded the Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering at Tec de Monterrey in 1987, and his PhD in Engineering Mechanicas with a specialization in linear phenomena at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. He has several awards, like the Fulbright Scholarship, winner of the first place as our student engineering in Instituto Tecnológico Nacional, and of course, he has been also granted the Premio Rómulo Garza for industry engagement activities in 2014. His major areas of interest are related to advanced functional materials development, experimental characterization, additive manufacturing technologies, scale-up from lab to mass production process of parts produced from nanocomposite materials. I'm really grateful that Professor Elías has accepted this invitation as the first keynote speaker from these seminars from the Institute of Advanced Materials for Sustainable Manufacturing. I pass the word to Professor Alex Elías.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Arturo Molina. I would like to thank all the people who are following, not only here in this building facility, but also in line. I know that some people are connected in Zoom, other people following us in different platforms. And I would like to remind you that this talk that today I'm going to give is going to be recorded and it's going to be available in the different platforms that Tec de Monterrey has available for you, Facebook and so on. So you are going to have all the information, and hopefully you are going to enjoy this talk. It's going to be a little bit different, in which usually what we do as our researchers is to present some of our mathematical modeling and so on. Today is going to be different. I'm going to be somehow, I may say, I'm going to be on my back, also coming with people that are experts from industry, and they are going to help me really to have this enjoyable talk. And we are going to learn, I promise, a lot of things what is happening nowadays in this future sustainable manufacturing technologies, and also the challenges and opportunities that we have, not only in Mexico, but all over the world. And the most important issue for us is to talk and to make sure that we create the awareness of sustainability as a part of the culture of the people, okay? So I'm gonna be focused on that, and the talks coming also from industry, and the general public and the academia also are going to be focused on that. So we are going to learn a lot of things of what we are doing in order to address this issue. So I would like also to introduce to you my colleagues. This is my group. Some of them are here, others are online connected or taking some training courses just to move on sustainability. As you may see, it's my group at the present. Of course, we have a lot of PhD students and also other people working all over the world with us. Okay, so I'm gonna just talk a little bit of our strength. We are located, our main building, facility, and infrastructure, implemental infrastructure that we have available in our institute is located in this technology park, in which you can see that there are more than 35 centers over there. So many people from industry all over the world are coming recently, and they are really amazed of the environment that we have over there just to create new innovations. So we are there, and we have new technologies that I'm going to talk later that take the Monterrey through the core lab facility is already in the process of purchasing. Okay, so we are moving really aggressively, and we have this technology part in which our building is located. And I promise you, if you visit us, you are going to be surprised because of all the technologies and the good and great things that we are doing over there. So let me move ahead. Why? This is a very important question. Where are we now in Mexico regarding all manufacturing issues and so on? Take a look on that slide. And you may see that all the inflows coming from foreign investors are, the majority, coming to Mexico. And now we should ask our question, in which areas those foreign inflows are put? And you may take a look that, in fact, as you may see over there, or the majority of those inflows that we are having from foreign investments are going to the manufacturing sector. So, but remember, Mexico now moves to a high level of manufacturing. It is not the same Mexico that we knew in the 70s. Now it's a different one, in which we have now design centers, and we have novel technologies also developed here in our country, or we have some collaboration agreement with cutting-edge firms, global firms, automotive or aerospace firms. So take a look on that. It's very important for us to understand what is happening in Mexico. And now take also a look on here in this plot. The majority of the investment and the majority of the activity that we have in Mexico, the majority of the export that we have in Mexico goes into manufactured goods. So this is our DNA, manufacture. So we need to address sustainable manufacturing technologies because we are also concerned with the environment, and we need to fulfill with sustainability because it's basically one world, okay? So in Mexico, we are really concerned. And in our Institute of Advanced Materials for Sustainable Manufacturing, we are really concerned on how we can promote sustainability in all the activities that we are running in our R&D projects, okay? So, and I'm gonna talk a little bit later about the actions that we have already taken in that direction, okay? So this is very important for us. Bear in mind that manufacturing is a plus. And I have good news for you too. Here in Tec de Monterrey, we are creating through several careers, bachelor careers, the workforce needed for the companies that are coming to Mexico. So we're in good shape. So this is gonna be the DNA of Mexico. So let us move in, but make sure that we add value and that we move into a different scenario. Having cutting-edge manufacturing technologies, and why not to have here the R&D centers from the global companies, okay? So, and I'm gonna talk about that because, you know, Vertiv, this is a company who launched in Nuevo León State 1 year ago. Dr. Arturo Molina and I were invited to the opening of that company here in Nuevo León State. See the investments that they have in the world. So they visited us 2 weeks ago in our facilities located at the technology park, and they were really amazed. The CTO, Dr. Stephen Liang, were asking the people from Vertiv why our R&D center is located 10 miles from this technology park, because I see that all the activities and all the environment to do innovative things are located in this park. And also I saw a lot of good infrastructure in Tec de Monterrey facility that can help us to move in our technologies, because you know they basically manufacture, as you may see, thermal components and power distribution for the big data centers that Google, Amazon, and so on. So he was really amazed about what he saw in our technology park and specifically in Tec de Monterrey facilities. And he promised to do something with Tec de Monterrey. In fact, they have already given donation, some equipment for the training of our students in these cutting technologies. So we are really happy, we really thank you for that. But they are now looking or talking with the local government here in Nuevo León State about finding a process to move its R&D center into the technology park, because they believe that they are going to be in an environment in which they can have a lot of innovation. Okay? So now let us hear what some engineers from Vertiv think about Tec de Monterrey and this collaboration with us.
Hello everybody, let me introduce myself. My name is Isaac Jimenez. Actually, I am working in the Vertiv group. I am the engineering director for Americas. Basically, we have some facilities in Tijuana, Mexicali, Reynosa, Monterrey, in North Carolina, and another part in North America.
What would be the future of sustainable manufacturing, and what would be the opportunities and challenges that you see for our country?
Sure. Basically, as you know, the big challenge is the resources that we have available in the earth. We don't have infinite resources in order to make products. All the time, every day, every year, we need to improve the manufacturing process. We need to improve how we get the materials in order to make our products. In our case, we are working very close with the Tec de Monterrey and with other companies, for example, SOA, Global, and with this team, we are improve our manufacturing process. What does it mean that? We are using less electricity, we're improving the supplies, we're improving the materials we're using for our products. For example, probably 20 years ago, we are using steels. Now we are using composite materials like carbon fibers. We are see how we can make the same product with the same intention with less materials. All the time, we are looking for how we can reduce. Well, in this case, I have a good news, because you know and you see many companies from other countries, for example, United States, France, Germany, Spain, is coming to Mexico. And the question is why this company is coming to Mexico. The answer is very easy, because they know that we have the people who has the knowledge, who has the preparation in order to resolve the problems that we have now in the companies.
So what do you think? Great, right? Good news. Okay. So now let us move to the following. I don't wondering if you can put them. Okay, thank you. You know, usually in the world we manage 3 pillars for sustainability. In this institute we have added additional one, the culture pillar for sustainability, because this culture has to be thought since the beginning of our childhood. We need to add sustainability in all the actions that we are taking in order to make our world more sustainable for the future generation, not for us, for the future people, okay? So sustainability has to be an extension of the people. It's a culture, okay? So we need to make sure that all the actions that we take are related to sustainable activities, okay? It's very important. here, when we were interviewing many people from global companies and industry, small ones and so on, all of them were asking about if they wanted to innovate the technology roadmap. They wanted to know exactly in which direction the technology roadmap is moving. But take a look on the elements that technology roadmap usually have or has. You may see over there, design is the first step. Of course, first customer needs, and after that, we start with the development of the product, okay? But design is over there. Manufacturing is over there. Automation, metrology, industry, and other technologies are there. But you should question yourself why this technology roadmap do not have the sustainability pillar. So we need to add that to make sure that we can have materials that can be recycled, or materials that we can program ahead in order to be biodegradable or refurbished. We need to create a sustainable world. It's very important, and we can do it, okay? So this is a very fundamental and important question. Do we have the workforce available to apply sustainable activities in all the innovation that we are trying to create? I don't know, but I may mention to you that there is a big concern in industry because the baby boomers are in the process of retiring. Baby boomers are people who were born in the 60s and are in the process of retiring. And they have the know-how, important know-how, that specifically, for instance, in the aerospace industry, they don't have the documents to back the know-how of those people, the baby boomers. They are really concerned about that. But the other issue is, are we really working in the academia to have the workforce that is going to replace or substitute this know-how that the baby boomers have nowadays? It is better that we are working in that, because if it is not, we are going to be in a lot of problems, specifically in the aerospace, automotive, and other industries.
Como todavía no tiene la clase.
It's a baby boomer here. Okay, so it's very important. You see over there that in fact we have a good demand of the workforce, but also if we are going to produce the workforce needed by industry, it is better that we should think in this fashion. First, people is what we really care. Secondly, our planet is where we live. And third, if we apply sustainability, we can have prosperity. If it is not, take a look at what is happening. Recycling. Many companies claim that they are in the process of recycling. But you know, only 12% of what we really are producing today can be recycled. Specifically speaking in polymeric area. And you know where all those materials go? Usually goes to the ocean or to the landfills. So that is not possible. So what we need to do is to think ahead and to create or to develop materials or actions in which we can have a sustainable product. Okay? So it's very important for us to move in that direction. Of course, we have some challenges. It's very important. We have some challenges. One of the most important is CO2 reduction, less emissions to the environment. But recycling is also important. Flexible materials is also important. Okay? You may see over here that we need also to take into account circular economy. Circular economy is quite related to sustainability. But you should ask yourself if you are really aware of what is happening in sustainability. How many hours of sustainable topics have you already taken during your education? Maybe none. So that is a mess. Okay? So we need to do something. So we need to move into the right direction. So what I'm going to do next, we are going to have an expedition and a journey in which we are going to learn about industry and academia's thoughts regarding sustainable manufacturing. And we hope that at the end of the journey, you are going to have a safe landing. And that safe landing is going to be sustainability. Okay? So we're going to move into that direction very shortly. Okay? Let us start first with this important R&D center located in the States and see what they have to do about sustainability and so on. Let us start away your journey. Okay?
Hello, my name is David Alvera, and I'm a staff member in our stage. We opened the manufacturing demonstration facility, which is part of Oak Ridge National Laboratory in the United States. Our sponsor, mainly the Department of Energy, is concerned about, which is reducing the consumption of energy during manufacturing processes. And I can talk about one of the projects that I have been involved with that has to do with that specific topic, reducing the consumption of energy, and involving additive manufacturing in combination with subtractive manufacturing, machining processes to deliver a product. Okay, so this is the component that we're talking about. This fuselage skin that, as you can see, is a very thin component, high aspect ratio between the thickness of the part and the rest of the dimensions. And it is a scaled down version of the actual part. The actual part is 9 times bigger in area. And not only the thickness is a challenge, but also the contour surfaces or the free surfaces that we need to machine and deliver good quality and nice blending between different tool paths that create the geometry. So, because of the geometry of the part, it's necessary to clamp it in the last operation with a vacuum fixture. So we designed and created this vacuum fixture with aluminum plate by having a cavity underneath. There's a lid that covers and seals that cavity. Then vacuum is applied to this port, and that vacuum is transferred to the contact surface using these ports. So in the final operation, the part is sitting like this. The vacuum is applied. The vacuum enhances the contact between the workpiece and the fixture, and that allows for minimization on vibration and the good quality that we can see on the final surface of this workpiece. So the challenge is to create this fixture, which for the actual part is going to be 9 times bigger, in a more economical way. So one idea that we applied to this problem was to create a preform out of polymer that is reinforced with carbon fiber in a way that the material is slightly lighter, it's easier to machine, the mechanical properties are enough for the application, which in this case is going to be to withhold the part when the vacuum is applied to it. And then one advantage of using this strategy is that the reinforced polymer can be reduced to smaller pieces and recycled to create a different part, or if this one gets damaged, reduce it to pieces, melt it again, create a vacuum fixture again, and it has multiple uses. So in that way, we can save energy because it's easier to process the preform from the energy point of view than creating a large plate of aluminum. And also the transportation cost of moving the aluminum plate is some savings, some economical savings that we don't have to apply. So just a quick example on how additive manufacturing can create a component, a tooling fixture in-house that not only could provide the function, but also it could be recycled in-house to create a duplicate of it or to create something else for multiple uses of the material. It's important for the laboratory, the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, the manufacturing demonstration facility, to find solutions that can reduce the consumption of energy. And the example that I was describing before is
Urbikain, professor at the University of the Basque Country, UPV-EHU. I am researcher in the High Performance Manufacturing Group, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Right now, I'm also collaborating with Tech of Monterrey. Prepares important domains. One is turning processes. Then we have milling and drilling. We have also additive manufacturing, and finally metrology and inspection. Stop the primary processes when we do such kind of work pieces. In recent years, the use of additive is changing many concepts in manufacturing industry. Now, the primary material can be fabricated having in mind the final part. We can see that in terms of geometry, with parts nearer to the final geometry, following the near net shape concept, and in terms of structural features, where we can see that material strength can be improved over specific durations, as components made usually by additive are anisotropic. Powder bed fashion is, in our case, the most widely used technique for the manufacture of parts with high geometric complexity, capable of making hollow shapes, thin walls, and so on. So for us, there is a completely new niche in machining. You have there, for example, the hollow shapes, thin walls, and so on. So for us, here there is a completely new niche in machining. Because that kind of components have inherent features very different to old conventional materials such as casted or forged materials.
So what do you think? We have a nice samples, and we really thank Dr. David Olvera from the Oak Ridge Lab to share with us some of the fundamental knowledge that they are applying, try to attain sustainability in all the processes that they are following over there. And also thank Dr. Gorka Urbikain from the Basque Country, because they are sharing some of their secrets that they are using in order to manufacture novel components and so on. So they are willing to share that because sustainability is very important. And you know, I have a very good news, because here at Tec de Monterrey, now we have great facilities in that sense. There is a core lab now in which we are going to manufacture using additive manufacturing technologies coming from global companies like GE Aviation, GE Additive, here in Tec de Monterrey in the technology park close to the airport. Okay, so let us take a look in that technologies and see how we in Tec de Monterrey are addressing this sustainability culture. Okay?
Hi, my name is Leopoldo Ruiz Huerta, and I would like to share with you some ideas about sustainable manufacturing, which promotes a efficient process to minimize environmental impact and encourage innovations while increasing productivity and decreases energy use, improves the performance of facilities and processes, lowers the useless materials, among other benefits. Sustainable production is not only right on Earth, it will also massively improve the protection of the infrastructures, workers, customers, and can also be highly economical while improving the industry image, increase customer loyalty, and achieve new leadership. Sustainable production might be characterized as a method that combines materials, process, and design with production issues. On the other hand, additive manufacturing is a group of processes which can help sustainability by requiring lesser resources and fewer workers to create a part, reducing supply chain costs, promoting waste reduction, among others. Additive manufacturing also scales down and removes the need for traditional equipment and fixtures, which causes scrap. The widespread acceptance of additive manufacturing brings benefits such as transformative innovations because components produced by additive manufacturing are also lighter, producing less material consumption during processing and less energy consumption during usage. It also provides longer product lifetimes by allowing replacement parts to be manufactured quickly, enhanced reliability, and modular design that enables upgrading products. To achieve that results, researchers around the world are working to improve materials, process, and geometries to minimize challenges and increase sustainable benefits. Thank you very much.
You know, Tec de Monterrey is part of this initiative. MADIT is a leading lab in additive manufacturing in Mexico, and we are part of that initiative. So we have access to novel technologies, not only located here at our facilities in the technology park, but also in the UNAM. So we can use that, not only for the academia purposes, but also for industry application. And this is most important for industrial application, okay? So now let us move ahead and see what we also have at Tec de Monterrey. Those are the facilities at Tec de Monterrey. That is the Institute of Advanced Materials for Sustainable Manufacturing facility at the Technology Park. So we have that. But most important, we purchased that equipment from GE, but it is not a commercial relationship where we really pursue with them. We are pursuing a partnership in R&D activities, and they are really willing to move into that direction. Because let us take a look on the importance of additive manufacturing technology nowadays. Let us take a look. Here, you see additive manufacturing technology is addressing this great challenge that we have to have lightweighting technologies, lightweighting components, in order to reduce the CO2 emissions into the environment. And take a look on the right of your screen. Using additive manufacturing technologies, it is now possible to improve the efficiency of higher heat rejection components. Take a look, that is possible nowadays. Not only to improve the performance of the part, but also to reduce the weight of that part. That implies less energy consumption during the manufacturing processes of that part. And that is moving into sustainability activities. Let us take a look on the following components. Those are very, very complicated parts to manufacture with traditional technologies, subtractive technologies. So combining both additive manufacturing and subtractive technologies, now it is possible to build very complicated parts. Take a look on that. 90% of weight reductions. Can you see the amount of scrap that we are creating by using traditional technologies? Just to manufacture this manifold But now, using these new technologies, we are moving into more sustainable environment, more sustainable products. But we need to learn about that. We need to learn how technology can be used, and of course, to take advantage of all the opportunities that those technologies offer to us. So we need to create the knowledge. We need to create the workforce that are going to be using that technologies. Okay, so we are moving into the right direction, but because it is not only to use the technology or to create the technology, but also the raw material that is needed in order to make that technology work. So we are also working here in this institute in all those issues. It's why we are going to partner with GE, because they are expecting for us to work together to have high efficient materials for those processes. Okay, so we're moving into that direction, and this is a great news because we have that facility here, and it's available not only for academia, also for industry. And the most important is that we can build prototypes at the industrial level. So you can prove if your conceptual design is workable or not. You can come here, take the Monterey, and we can help you to find the right solution, sustainable ones, okay? So let us move into the next scenario. This is the thing that we're doing in our group. Just to mention, exactly what we are doing here in Tec de Monterrey. Why I am leading this important group. We're leading this important group because we have a lot of technologies, we have a lot of projects engaged with industry, a lot of applications, and the most important is we want to work in innovative devices. If you come to Tec de Monterrey, we can help you to make your dreams come true. If you wanted to have an innovative product, come here. But the only requirement for you is that we need to work together because we don't have the experience that you have in industry. We have some knowledge, but if you are willing to work with us together and to have a partnership, we can make your dreams come true, okay? So that's important. So we have a lot of experience. We have a novel technologies that nobody else has. I invite you to come and visit us to our facility that we have it in the technology park, and you are going to be surprised of those technologies. And I'm going to show you a flavor shortly of what I mentioned to you, okay? So now let us move to this scenario now.
I am in charge of the new product introduction, keep the current products working in the last level engineering required. And basically, I am in charge of all the around 7 engineers working in our campus, mainly building turbo machinery components for the aerospace industries.
What do you think about the future of sustainable manufacturing? Based on your experience, what would be the opportunities and challenges that you may see for the coming future?
I think basically the main problem that we have right now is that we are taking more time than expected to recover the supply chain after the pandemic environment. So right now we have the demand there, the market is continue growing. However, we have a lot of problem to recover the supply chain. I think this is our main challenge right now. And I think we have all the technical knowledge in our universities. We have people with the skills, with the knowledge and the competence required to continue growing in that portion of the business that is very important. So I think this is our main challenge, and we need to continue pushing to have that new investment in Mexico in order to have the supply chains in Mexico and not expect to receive the supply chain from Asia or USA or worldwide. Basically, I think our main challenge is to develop the supply chains to have the raw material in hand in Mexico.
Activities regarding the production of, we may say, cutting-edge components for aerospace industry?
Yes, basically this is our main challenge, as previously mentioned. So we have all the skill, all the workforce with the technical knowledge required to perform this kind of work. and we are ready and open to receive this new technology in Mexico. I think in the future, maybe if we can have a similar issue, we were going to be able to recover the production in a short term.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We have been working with Honeywell for at least 10 years in a lot of research projects, so hopefully we're going to continue working with them. So we're going to watch additional videos coming from the industry in which we have in partnership and develop some R&D project with them, okay? So this is an important one also from Safran company.
My name is Edna Flores. I'm an industrial engineer, currently working as a production manager at the Safran Evacuation Systems.
Okay.
Well, as probably many other industries will have the same concern for us is how can we contribute to reduce the carbon footprint and also how to provide to our customers with the lightweight materials. That's basically our biggest goal right now as of today, how to innovate and how to take our processes and operations to a better future for time, reducing the space and everything that could make us more competitive. Okay, well, I truly believe that after the pandemics, the biggest challenge that we have is with the supply chain, especially with the materials. Whenever that we're trying to innovate and to get to a better point to get ourselves back on track, back on our feet, the supply chain, it has been, and it's currently right now, a biggest challenge. There's absolutely no way for us to get what we require, and we need the testing in order for us to get better and to innovate as in the speed that we would like to. So the supply chain, it's right now our biggest challenge. I tell you that the manpower that we have for design engineering or any type of engineering level, we are struggling a little bit as of this point this year, especially because some of them are migrating to some other countries or especially to the United States, right? But here in Mexico, there's the need to have that force for engineering, especially for designing. Yes. Okay, well, yes, right now it's our main objective, of course, to build our products with a better technology, machinery, and reducing the space, especially for the ergonomics for our employees. That has been a very challenging point for us due to the type of product that we have and the size of it. That's one. And the second one, yes, of course, that it's part of our objectives to comply with the regulations for the local regulations here in Mexico, but also go further so we can expand, right, and contribute with the ecology. Right now, we are not in the place that we would like to be, especially for the recycling point. The disposal of the materials, it's something that we do not have yet to reuse or refurbish some of the materials, but of course that's part of the objective. However, there's a long path still for us to be there, since we just do not have like a specific workforce that can lead us to those type.
The role of women engineer in Safran company or other engineering companies.
Okay, well, it's a very interesting question. The women from Safran, we are trying to comply as much as we can with all the types of different departments within the company. I truly believe that women are great assets for the Safran company, and I can tell you that we have a very good number of women working for Safran. And of course, since most of the women from Safran are mothers, it's a very, very challenging part to be productive, work, and have a family at the same time. However, I believe that it's a really good company for us to be in. And we're growing within the company. It is awesome. It is different than, I can tell you that just a decade ago, it wasn't the same thing.
What would be your advice for young women who would like to pursue engineering programs?
To keep on preparing themselves, educating themselves, and looking for any type of challenge. I truly believe that women are very good assets, especially for designing and for managing the people. So keep up on educating yourselves and challenge yourselves to continue.
As a final comment that you may have for cooperation between universities and industry.
Okay, well, I can tell you that I'm very proud to work where I work right now, and of course, I will pursue and seek to contribute in a different way to my community, and of course, to the future generations. And I can tell you that we've been having visitors to our company, educational visitors, and it will be great if there's a way for me to be in a position where I can contribute with them together, to work together for a better product, for a better future, especially for our company and our new generations.
I am Roberto Hernandez, scientist in Siemens, Mexico, and part of the new development group, the R&D department. Talking about the sustainable manufacturing trends, this topic is getting too much attention because several companies are acquiring goals and objectives to fight against the global warming emergency, or more specific, against the CO2 footprint reduction in the coming years. In Siemens Monterrey, our efforts are directed to find innovative and disrupting ways to face the CO2 footprint. And the research related with this point is focused in the development of novel materials or processes which can substitute the current ones. And here is, in my opinion, where the big uses could come out. Because wherever we can find or propose, talking about the part, component, probably a piece, it should meet with some specs and regulations, which are mandatory to accomplish a specific performance or function in our devices, which is, by the way, the trademark as a company. So this point is something that we should have in mind in any project that we can propose regarding with this point.
Hello, my name is Francisco Franco. I'm a product engineer for the new development team at Siemens Monterrey. In my case, this kind of manufacturing is important because it helps a lot reducing costs. For example, we use the additive manufacturing to print new designs for fitting function, and it's possible to do several designs instead of doing just one hard tool and later modify it, wasting time and money. Also, we know that it's possible to implement those 3D printed parts to production when it's just part for low volume, and reducing the space of our warehouse, just printing them when it's necessary. But if those parts are not used, they can be grinded and create a new filament to use it again to print prototypes. But even it would be better to adapt artificial intelligence using topology design that could produce hundreds of designs and just choosing the better depending on the mechanical forces and the quantity of the material.
Let us take a look on what kind of entrepreneurship we are doing here at Tec de Monterrey that are sustainable ones, and we are going to focus on healthcare, okay, for sustainability, okay? So let us take a look on this video.
Hello, my name is José Antonio Díaz Elizondo. I am a surgeon at Tec Salud in Hospital Zambrano León. Currently, been challenged with the future of sustainable manufacturing for healthcare. Regarding this particular issue, there's a lot of challenges, especially if we're trying to go with the tailoring of healthcare in different areas. Particularly in the surgical field, having things like mesh for hernia repairs, or having joint replacements, or having some other things needed or required while performing surgery or taking care of patients need to be addressed. Some of the problems that we currently encounter is that not all of the available things are suitable for everybody. So taking this, we need to be sure that whatever we're going to be using would be precisionally and precisely that accommodates whatever the health issue at hand is being taken care of. If we work with hernias, for instance, currently at Tecnológico de Monterrey, we've been working with manufacturing processes to try to achieve a better way of producing meshes through electrospinning or force spinning, and having probably some of the different substances included that might help us with chemotactical signaling to achieve a better integration of the mesh in the tissues that are being repaired. We also are working with some of the things required for patients that have skull defects, either because of trauma or because of deformities, and a skull prosthesis needs to be made. So the bioprinting and the making of the mold made to the person's needs is also that's being also worked in with all of the different manufacturing processes that are behind this things. So also we need to keep on working with bioprinting and working with scaffolds that are going to be available for cell or substance placements within joints or within different areas of the body, and produce that signal needed for some other vital processes in patients with problems with different issues in their joints. So currently with the manufacturing processes and investigation within Tecnológico de Monterrey, and hopefully with the help of the different R&D departments of the different medical industry, we would achieve a lot more within the next, and certainly we would make a lot of progress becoming associates in all of these processes, looking for what patients really need. Thanks, I hope this kind of lets you have an insight on what's needed and a way to go for having a sustainable process and continuing manufacturing materials and things needed for our healthcare.
Now, to have a safe landing in this expedition, we're going to show the last video in which we have already made through the dreams of this company, international clean company, in which we are working together to manufacture sustainable polymeric materials that can be biodegradable in the time that we're expecting to do so. And we have the samples now produced here at Tec de Monterrey with those properties. So let us take this video. But now it is a reality, it is a fact. Okay?
My name is Paulo Frescura, and I'm a co-founder of International Clean. Our mission is to reduce the impact of plastic waste and the time it persists in the environment. Along with our partners, we and commercialize a bioadditive that accelerates the natural biodegradability of plastic. As plastic consumption continues to increase, so does its impact on the environment. And plastic waste can be found everywhere. We find it in oceans and rivers, we find it in wildlife, and we even find it in our food. Despite these problems, plastic is important in our daily lives, and it will be difficult to replace all plastic products with alternative materials. When one considers that less than 10% of plastic is recycled globally, it becomes clear that initiatives to increase the use of recyclable materials and create a circular economy, while important, are only partial solutions. Some plastic will always escape the circular economy at the end of its service life, or when it is accidentally leaked into the environment. Our bioadditive promotes biodegradation in biologically active, anaerobic environments such as landfill, soil, and waterways. Plastics infused with our additive remain stable when in use and retain all their characteristics. So PET water bottles and HDPE baby bottles infused with our additive are food safe, have a long shelf life, and most importantly, are recyclable. But when these products reach landfill, they will biodegrade in less than 4 years, instead of 500 years. As our clients design circularity into their products, they use our additive to address the leakage of plastic into the environment. Today, close to 300 companies in 50 countries use our additive, and these companies are in industries ranging from food packaging and toys to automotive, healthcare, and logistics. In healthcare, our additive is infused into the plastics used for pharmaceutical blister packs and bottles. It's in medical devices and rapid tests. And it is used in disposables like masks, gloves, gowns, and barrier film. During the pandemic, we began supplying biodegradable melt-blown polypropylene non-woven fabrics to several mask manufacturers. In automotive, we have a partner who is testing our additive in car tires. It is estimated that 28% of the microplastic in the ocean comes from car tires, and that the majority of end-of-life tires are incinerated for energy. Our additive creates a circular option that reduces both these environmental impacts. We also have specific formulations for ABS, TPU, and PVC, and we are always looking for new use cases in the automotive and aerospace industries. In eyewear, we are working with multiple lens manufacturers to make biodegradable the hundreds of millions of demo lenses that are disposed of each year. As we strive to increase the adoption of biodegradable plastics, we are also working to create new circularity options. We are developing small-scale biodigesters for plastic. These are intended for industries that have significant post-industrial pre-consumer waste, and this will allow them to collect the byproducts of biodegradation for energy production. The Institute of Advanced Materials for Sustainable Manufacturing has been an important partner in our journey. Dr. Elias and his team's work with our additive has provided independent validation of new materials and our approach to plastic waste. This collaboration with the Institute has helped create a bridge between research and industry, and we believe will continue to speed the adoption of our bioadditive. We are looking forward to the continued success of this partnership. Thank you.
And not only we developed or proved the properties of that biodegradable material, but also we improved the structural properties. And the company didn't know that. This is new for them. Tim, this is new for you. Paulo, this is new for you. And the answer to the question, Tim, is yes. Roberto is ready for that, okay? Tim is also the co-founder of this international clean company. So we are now ready to move and to apply this into the automotive industry. You may see the amount of things that we can do in the automotive, aerospace, and a lot of sectors. There is a lot of opportunities just to have a sustainable product coming from these biodegradable products that we are producing jointly in this partnership with International Clean, that is a company located in the States, United States. So we are really happy about that. And I'm just showing to you a flavor of the facilities that we were using in our team just to make these samples that now can be used in a lot of potential applications, including 3D printing. That's great, okay? Good news. Now it is feasible to program these materials to biodegrade those materials, but not only that, also to increase the material properties. And to end, what do we need to have a sustainable world? It's just to make sure that we can promote the awareness culture of sustainability in all of our actions that we are taking in order to innovate or to manufacture new products or components. Thank you very much for your attention, to all the public here and to all the public that are connected via Zoom or other platforms. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Anel, I think that we have a few minutes for one or two questions, something like that.
Yes.
Only one question? Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Elias, for this interesting talk. So from the audience, Tim Hoff asked, is the advancements on research of Sargasso at Tec de Monterrey have the potential to fill the gap of the shortage of PLA in the market as renewable material?
Yes, we have the potential. Roberto is working on that team. It was a question from Tim, right? Roberto is working on that, and we have the potential. Yes, we're working on that. The answer is yes. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor. I don't know if anyone here in the room would like to ask something.
Someone here in the room would like to ask a question, or do you not have questions? Everything is clear? Okay, on the back. Is the last question.
Thank you, Dr. Elias, for your presentation. I was wondering if additive manufacturing as a technology is ready to be implemented in the industry, and also what further actions have tech and the industry taken to apply them to sustainability.
Well, the answer is it is ready and has been already implemented. We're visiting NEMAC facilities, and it's amazing, the additive manufacturing technology over there. I cannot disclose more information, but it is amazing what they have over there. Also, we saw that other application in Honeywell aerospace industry, and you saw all these applications that I was showing to you. It's now basically ready, and now the world is moving into that direction. The question is if we are doing something now to have more sustainable materials, and there is a sample over there. The Oak Ridge lab is working on that, using subtractive and additive manufacturing in a combined situation in order to make sure that we have, or we can have, sustainable products. Looking at the energy consumption issue, also looking at the, to reduce the scrap, because subtracting metallic components create a lot of scrap, but by using additive manufacturing, we can reduce the scrap. And also we can have lighter components with increased performance. So it's now happening in the world. And that is the direction we need to follow. Don't forget, that is the direction. Additive manufacturing combined with other technologies. That is the direction. And here in Tec de Monterrey, we are moving that into that direction. But not only to use the technologies, but also to develop our own technologies, as Dr. Daniel Olvera is doing, and also develop our own materials, as we are doing, working with global companies here in Mexico, Siemens, Honeywell, Safran, and so on.
Thank you, Dr. Elias. Anyone wants to ask?
An additional question? No?
No? Okay.
Thank you very much for your attention. Hope you enjoyed my talk. Thank you. With this, we end. Dr. Arturo Molina is there? Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Well, thank you very much. We finished with the seminar with Professor Alex Elias. Thank you very much, Alex, for the presentation. There is a lot of things to do really at the Institute. Thank you. Good day to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you. Aquí no se muevan porque vamos a sacar una.